Hey guys, welcome back to the second video of this early morning uploads. So this will be the 2019 NFL predictions for Week 9. Let's just get right into it. By the way, guys, in case you're wondering, I recorded this the first time on Wednesday, and I did have a prediction for the 49ers game, and I did predicted them to win. Now, honestly, if anyone's like, oh, well, you're cheating just because they won, you're going to say you thought they were going to win. No, anyone with a brain that sees the record difference and the talent difference would tell you that they were going to predict the Niners were going to win. So I'm just going to get that one out of the way now. I did predict the Niners were going to win. I thought it was going to be a blowout, though. So that's the difference between my prediction and what actually happened. Anyways, let's get on to the rest of the games. So we have the Houston Texans traveling to Jacksonville to take on the 4-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. The 5-3 Texans. I don't know how this game's going to go. It looks like it's going to be in London, though. Deshaun Watson is 3-0 in his career against the Jags. Now, the thing with Houston is they won't have J.J. Watt for the remainder of the season, so that defense gets significantly weaker without him. Deshaun Watson has still been playing out of his mind, though. I think he's like one of the top 10 quarterbacks in fantasy football right now. Gardner Minshew is obviously carving out quite a early career, I guess, for himself. Jacksonville is not weakened by too many injuries that I know of. This one I'm going to say is a toss-up, but give me Jacksonville. They are the home team. They don't got to deal with Watt, so there's almost no playmakers really left to worry about on the Texans' side of the ball. The 5-2 Colts travel to the 3-4 Steelers, which 5 straight wins for the Steelers against Indianapolis. Now, this will be their first matchup against Indianapolis without Ben Roethlisberger in a long time. Mason Rudolph has now led the Steelers to 2 of their 3 wins this season. And he's done exceptional in every game that he's played in, even the ones that he lost. Now, this one's kind of tough because the Steelers are definitely underperforming this year. I'm going to start stopping when cars go by so you guys can hear me. This one. Yeah, see, even the small cars are super loud. And sorry I don't know how to edit these parts out, but whatever. So I'm going to say give me Pittsburgh at home, actually. I don't know. I would pick the Colts if it was literally any other circumstance, but no, actually, this one's actually pretty tough. I'm going to say the Steelers. I think they finally do have something under them now, some type of need to win, even more so than before. The Ravens had a bye week last week, so they did make some ground in the division, and the Ravens do play the Patriots this week, so that might help the Steelers out if they can beat the Colts. The 3-4 Bears travel to the 4-4 Eagles. Carson Wentz has fewer than 200 pass yards in 4 of the last 5 games. So this one's basically a must-win for both teams. Chicago had a very close win, slip away from us last week, which the video before this is the Chargers one, which will probably be up either while I'm recording this or by the time I go to post this. But who do I think is going to win? I got to give the edge to probably Chicago's defense on this, but I don't know, toss-up game if I had to, but I had to put money on a team, I'd probably say the Eagles. I want the Eagles to win, but I think Chicago's going to win. I'm going to put it like that. Now we have the 1-6 Jets traveling to the 0-7 Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Jets on this one. This is probably the most easy win of a game you can possibly get. So I'm going to say the Jets win, move on to 2-6, or who knows, maybe they lose because they want to battle the Dolphins along with the Bengals for the last pick of the draft, or the first pick of the draft. Who knows? By the way, the little tidbit under that one is Dolphins won 3 consecutive games versus the Jets, but they also weren't in tank mode when that happened, so I'm going to pick the Jets. We have the 6-2 Vikings traveling to the 5-3 Chiefs. Cousins is 5-0 against non-NFC North opponents this season. So there's that. There's no Patrick Mahomes this week as of now. They played well without him last week, so I want the Vikings to win, but I think the Chiefs are going to win. As much as I would rather us gain ground in the division, I don't think they're going to be losing to Minnesota. Next up, we have the Titans traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers. 4-4 Titans, 4-3 Panthers. Tennessee has allowed fewer than 25 points in each of their games this season. So, the Panthers just got mollywopped last week by the 49ers, so they're going to have some fire under them. The Titans kind of have to keep winning to keep pace with the Colts. The Panthers, I think, are currently going to have to aim for a wild card spot unless the Saints start tripping over themselves. Because right now, I think they're number 2 in the division. But, oh yeah, by the way, the third video after this one is going to be the mid-season analysis, where I'm going to look at each team's records, league leaders right now, and make some predictions for, like, the end-of-the-year awards. So, sorry, just had to get that out of the way. Who I think is going to win? Well, Christian McCaffrey's a beast. I think he's still going to have plenty of production this week. Win or lose, he's going to probably be a good fantasy guy this week. But go ahead and I'm going to say the Panthers bounce back and win this game. The Titans have been doing well, but even though the Titans have allowed 25 or fewer points, they haven't really played anyone quite like the Panthers, who have Christian McCaffrey. So I'm going to say the Panthers win. The Bills have won 6 of their last 7 games versus the Redskins. The 1-7 Redskins travel to the 5-2 Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo wins this game. I mean, this is the very definition of a trap game where you underestimate an opponent and they end up whooping your ass. But the Bills are 5-2. They got destroyed in the second half against the Eagles last week. I think they bounce back this week, beat an easy opponent in the Redskins, go up to 6-2 for whatever game they have next week. And to keep pace with the Patriots, who, even though are 8-0, haven't really gotten any really good opponents, and they have, like, a good chunk of them in this half of the season. Okay, now we have the 2-5 Buccaneers traveling to the 6-2 Seahawks. The Buccaneers have 31.8 points per game since Week 3, most in the NFL, right? Yet they're 2-5. I'm going to choose Seattle just because it's really hard to imagine Seattle loses a game at home again this year. I think they lost a game at home this year. Either way, I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I think they win at home again. And the Bucs dropped yet another game and might as well start trying to get in the running for some of the upper round picks instead of trying to win. Okay, next up we have the 3-1 Lions traveling to the 3-4 Raiders. So the Raiders have allowed 8 pass touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Matthew Stafford is a gunslinger, so that's going to be a very big problem. They, much like the Bears and the Vikings, well, mainly the Bears, have to keep up with the Vikings and the Packers. This one I feel is very difficult because they're both in a very similar situation, but I think the Lions do win just because of their love to throw the ball deep, and the Raiders obviously haven't really had a way of stopping it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders win. I'm going to put this as the upset of the week, potentially, and it will be the Raiders winning. That would be an upset. The Browns traveling to the Broncos, and the Broncos have won 11 of their last 12 games versus the Browns. The Browns are 2-5. The Broncos are 2-6. Both of them are very much out of playoff contention. But I think the Browns win. I think they need a huge bounce back this week. And, I mean, they've had a significantly tougher schedule than most of the other teams in their division right now in terms of their talent versus other people's talent. So I'm going to say the Browns win. They move to 3-5. The Broncos drop to 2-7. Especially since they have a quarterback starting. So Sunday Night Football, we have the New England Patriots traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Ravens are actually 10-0 in their last 10 home games. They are undefeated since 2011. At home in prime time. Anyways. So a lot of people have been talking about how great Brady is and how great the Patriots are this year. They haven't really played any good talent. This is really their first test, and this is the toughest defense they're going to play. And if you go back to a few years, to week 3 or 4 when the Bills played them, the Bills made the Patriots look silly. And their defense isn't quite to the level that the Ravens are. I think the Baltimore defense just harasses Brady all game. And I think the Ravens do pull out the win here, go up to 6-2, and hand the Patriots the first loss of the season. The final game of the week will be on Monday night, where the Cowboys 4-3 travel to the 2-6 Giants. The Cowboys are 8-1 versus NFC East since 2018, 6-8 versus all other teams. The Giants are fighting in all their games, and the Cowboys are playing Daniel Jones instead of Eli Manning this time, which I think might play in the Giants' favor. But I do think the Cowboys win. They move to 5-3. The Giants move to 2-7. Though I will say this was another potential upset alert, so keep that in mind. And obviously we have that game. And then the teams that are on bye are the 5-3 Rams, 7-1 Saints, 1-7 Falcons, and 0-8 Bengals. And their next opponents, the Rams travel to Pittsburgh. The Saints have Atlanta at home, and then the Bengals have to take on the Baltimore Ravens at home. So that will be my predictions for Week 9 of the 2019 NFL season. If you like them, hit the like button. If you differ from any of my predictions, post some of your own down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.